My name is Romana Santos. I'm a marine biologist and I'm also a professor at the Faculty of Science of the University of Lisbon. I lead the research team in bioadhesion and biomimetics, whose objective is to observe nature, mainly microorganisms, and to draw inspiration for the creation of new products. Our object of study is the sea urchin. What interested me about the sea urchin is the fact that it can live in extremely harsh conditions, such as among the sea tides. In fact, they're constantly exposed to the force of the waves and have to find a way to attach themselves to the rocks. We discovered that they are able to attach to the ground, producing a glue that works in wet and salty environments. That is something that the synthetic glues we normally have at home are not able to do. This inspired me to study this glue, its components, and made me try to replicate them so that I could create something useful to human beings. Specifically, we thought of creating a surgical patch or a promoter to help cells attach when they're produced in the lab, for instance. Alternatively, in the near future, it could be used to create organs in the lab too. Add a little bit more. A bit more on this one as well. Now you'll try to cut the spines of the urchin with the animal facing up. You're going to cut them and then collect them from the bottom of the pot, okay?
I've always felt very connected with the sea. I like it a lot and I feel very good when I'm in it. Doing my bachelor's degree in biology, I realized that this whole field of investigation, how little we know about our oceans, what's hidden at the bottom of the ocean, all the species and all the vast areas we can explore. So I decided to focus on that. I didn't know for sure if I wanted to specialize in fieldwork, in the identification of different species, or if I wanted a more lab-oriented experience. Thanks to this internship, I could get my hands dirty, and I realized that I really liked the field of marine biology, where we analyze small living creatures and toxins that can be found in certain types of fish. We take what nature has to offer us, and we create products with added value that could be used by human beings.
The first task consists in removing the paraffin so that we'll have only our tissue. So, you're going to put each one of these plates in this incubation box, and then we're going to add xylene in order to remove the paraffin. I was in the third year of my bachelor's degree, and Romana was my professor in practices of marine biology. In the first class of her course, she talked about her academic background and explained which materials she used to work with. From this very moment, I understood the importance of this topic, and I thought, I wish I could work with her someday and get involved in this topic, which is related to biomedicine, but also to biotechnology. It seems to me that nowadays a lot of discoveries have been made about the sea, but there is still so much more to be discovered. Marine organisms have a great, yet unexplored biotechnological potential which could prove useful to humanity. Everything started when I was doing my master's degree and writing my master's thesis. I was wondering where I could find a topic which could accommodate my different interests. I am a biologist by training, I'm very interested in molecular biology, and I'm also really passionate about marine biology. However, I wanted to combine these interests with some applications. I wanted my job to have a meaning, an application in biomedical sciences, which is what I'm keen on. I ended up liking this topic very much. I got really involved in it. It is so fascinating that the same animals we see on the beach are able to develop incredible survival strategies. I started to think that we, human beings, could draw inspiration from these creatures and their strategies, and we could create something useful with that. It is quite an engaging topic. It was something I had never thought of before. How is it that a sea urchin or a starfish are able to survive? How is it that they're able to produce a glue, a liquid substance which solidifies instantaneously? And what can we learn from these creatures? It would be incredible to have an application that could be beneficial to the whole population, to people in general. That is what drove me to keep studying. That's what made me decide to continue in science. That's what made me decide to do a PhD in this field, specialize in this area. I hope I can continue working in this field throughout my scientific career. I think this field makes it possible for young people to work in many different places. That is, they will be able to work in pharmaceutical companies, many of which are in search of new molecules in the sea to create new drugs. They will be able to work, for example, in the food area. There are, in fact, several marine products which are important for food conservation, and they will also be able to pursue an academic career if they like it. Therefore, there are still many unknown things in the sea, which can be interesting not only from a biological point of view, but also from a point of view of their possible application.